What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about my GTI. Hope you enjoy. So to begin on the car, I'm going to start off with talking about the front end. So everything's kind of changed on the front end, but to start off with is the front bumper. What I did on this is I actually took my stock GTI bumper and I cut it up. I didn't like it. I wanted to kind of change how it looked. So the center section where the center valence would be, got rid of that and I cut it open so the grille is bigger as well. This piece right here, I also made myself and still made it where this is incorporated in it, but I added it so that slant right there is going outward like that to give a more aggressive look to it. Also with these fog light grills, these fangs kind of go over where the fog light would be. So I thought these were a cool addition as well. And a little fun fact on this is there's no actually fog light in here. I deleted it and made a brake cooling system that goes to the front brakes. So that hole right there goes to that. Another thing with the front end that has been cool is the light bar. The light bar was actually the first mod I ever did to the car. Next thing on the front end is the giant splitter that everybody likes stepping on at car shows and everything. So little thing with the splitter, it's actually chassis mounted to the car itself. It's not attached to the bumper whatsoever. So you can see the bumper is free moving and you can kind of see one of the brackets is right here and it goes up behind up there. But that means the splitter is attached to the car and it's a lot more sturdy that way than being attached to a plastic bumper. With that being said, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet in the past when I posted it up, but we actually fit 4 people standing on the splitter. One right there, one right there, one right there, and one right there. Standing on the splitter while it was in the air, and it held perfect. Another thing with the front end, it's a badgeless front end. So what I actually had to do is I took this carbon Cybon hood that had the notch already in the hood and I filled it because I wanted the badgeless grille. So with that, I had to fill the carbon to give it that look. Another thing is the headlights. So these are the Osram LED headlights and they've been awesome. So love the look of them. Has that Mark 7 kind of aggressive look and they are very bright. So definitely a good mod if you're ever interested on headlights. So the next mod that you can see is the Widebody. It's made by a company called Ingo Noack. It's a German company and it's actually the only widebody kit for the Mark 6 that's been out for a while. It's actually made for the Mark 6 platform. So that's why it actually fits to the body itself, like this section, how it actually forms to the bumper and whatnot. And it's an okay kit. I had to do a lot of custom stuff on the kit to make it fit properly and a little other things to make it look better. But overall, it's solid. It gets the car to be a wider body. But next thing to move on are the wheels. And these things I made sure would be perfect because I was dumping some cash into these and I wanted to make sure that they were perfect. So custom built rotiforms, exactly how I wanted it to be. Polished lips with a brushed DDT gloss face with a gold hex cap to add in the gold bits as well as the hardware. But these wheels were my dream wheels, built them up, wanted them. And so far I'm still not sick of them and I've been rocking them for the past almost like 2 years or more than that. And you could tell the front's a little bit narrower. The rears have that big deep dish, so these have 6-inch lips in the rear, or sorry, 6.5-inch lips in the rear. So these are 13-inch wide rear wheels, so got them fitted in nice and tight with the fitment. But Next thing to move on to the side pieces is I have these side skirts, and not many people have seen them. They're the Riger style side skirts. So it has like that indent section with the grill in the back, which I actually added in, but these also required a little bit of custom work to make it fit a little better. But under the side skirts are these side splitters that I made, and made them with a buddy who cut them out, and we fitted them on the car, and actually CNC'd out the lettering and whatnot for, this says Inspire. So wanted to add a little cool touch to the car, give it that more like Rocket Bunny style to it, where made it so it attaches to the flare right here. So thought it would add a little cool touch to it. Next thing is the interior. So I haven't done as much as the exterior to the interior, but done a decent bit. So seats made by Status Racing, and talked about these a little bit in my other video, but all custom. They even added in my logo and whatnot embroidered to the seat. Awesome seats, super comfortable. Love that it's all custom. They also have this carbon steering wheel that I added on too, paired with the NRG quick release and short hub. Next thing inside the car is the shifter. And no, it is not a sequential shifter. I wish it was, but it's not. This is actually a full billet tower shifter, so it's a short shifter. It still has the H pattern and whatnot to it, but it's super short and notchy, which I love. Paired with the shifter, when I put it in, made all this carbon trim right here and right here to kind of give it that carbon clean look, which I love. So paired with the shifter, carbon trim, carbon wheel, custom seats. So that pretty much sums up the main section of the interior there. And off to the back, a few changes. Notice off the bat, obviously, tail lights. Tail lights are just the aftermarket, like R style tail lights, but they're the blacked out version, so that gives it that look. Also at the back, obviously have my stickers that I love, and love seeing everybody who has them on, which is awesome. Paired with that, I have carbon rear diffuser, just the regular style, but this one actually has a bigger opening right here, so I was able to custom fit quad tips, both sides, and they're actually slant this way, slant on the tips, and they're quad 4-inch tips, so they are pretty big. Paired with that, have carbon diffuser rods that I added in, paired with custom diffuser that my buddy and I made and designed. And cool little thing on the rear diffuser is the third brake light I have, which, funny enough, this is actually a WRX third brake light. I just flipped it upside down, put it on the diffuser, called it a day, and it's been solid. So that's that section of the rear end. And then have the trunk. It's a full, it's a Studio RSR half cage, powder coated with the metallic white, so it has a little shimmer in it as well. The flooring, or the trunk setup, it's a full wood trunk setup that I made myself. The front section up there is actually a double split false floor, and I actually have storage space underneath there. Underneath this piece right here is all the air equipment, and actually the sub I added in as well. Pretty much I just kept it where the tank is half showing through the setup, just to give it clean look. The cage is all exposed, but then it has the nice just flat wood trunk setup to clean it all up. So that's what I have for the trunk, but might be switching up the whole setup coming up soon and doing some exposed stuff with like the airlines and all that stuff, just to kind of do something cool. So that's kind of with all the aesthetic stuff, the stuff that you could kind of see. Some of the stuff that you can't see on the car itself is obviously the car is on air. So I'm on the full airlift performance, suspension, struts, rear shocks, and then I'm on the airlift management as well. So I have all that. In regards to performance, I am still stock turbo, stock engine, everything like that. Just stage 2 full bolt-on. Reason behind that is the car is a high mileage car. I bought it with 130,000 miles. It was my first car. So that's how I was able to afford a Mark 6, just because of the mileage. Since then, the past 4 years, I've put 65,000 miles on the car. So I'm at, give or take, like 196, 197,000 miles on the car. I told myself I wouldn't do anything truly performance-wise or engine swap, hint, hint, until 200,000 miles. So I'm almost there. You'll be seeing more about that once I actually hit 200K, but I'm just trying to get the car up there right now. But the thing is, it's been reliable. So stage 2 full bolt-on, which is fun power. It is very peppy because it spools up the turbo real quick. Other than that, the downpipe I have the SPM downpipe, 3-inch downpipe to a Borla catback. But then I also have an exhaust cutout on the car, which dumps the exhaust right underneath the car right there if it's open, and then if it's closed, it goes through the tips going through the Borla catback. So it's definitely a lot more quiet going through the catback. Another thing I have, I just have with the brakes, just the slotted drill rotors, ceramic pads. We'll be upgrading to a big brake kit soon, but that is in store on that part. Other than that, in regards to like the engine bay and all that, it's fairly stock. I haven't really done anything to the engine bay other than like an intake and like the R8 coil packs. So in that sense, it is fairly stock. Like I said, I am waiting till 200K before I do, let's say, like an engine swap. Other than that, that pretty much sums it up. I know I'm missing a lot of little mods and whatnot, but overall I covered kind of the bigger stuff behind the car. And if you guys have any questions regarding any of the mods, any of like the custom work, how I got this, how I got that, let me know. Hope you guys like the video and kind of the breakdown of the GTI. More to come regarding it, as I have plans to do some more stuff soon to it. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you need to do. More videos to come and some exciting news coming soon. So wanted to get this out of the way, just talking about the GTI as bringing in something new coming soon. So stay tuned.